there, friends, Nibs again. Out here in the garage, doing a little bit of goofing around tonight, and I've got another pretty cool old Crosman pellet gun to show you guys. This one was actually given to me just recently. It wasn't working when I got it, but all it actually needed was the pump cup right down here on the bottom of this pump rail, and now it's working pretty darn good. I actually this one's in really good shape. It does have a little bit of paint loss right here on this barrel band, but other than that, it is in really good shape. The front sight was on backwards. I flipped that around like it's supposed to be, and I put my little dot of orange paint on there. We're going to shoot that here tonight, just open sights. It is really actually doing very well. But before we get into that, I did run it across the chronograph. So I've been struggling with that chronograph, having problems with all sorts of errors, error 2, error 3, not reading it all. And the last two times, this gun and the other Crosman, I ran those beforehand so I wouldn't have to, I could delete errors and stuff like that and just have the results, but I didn't get one error across like 10 shots between the two rifles, and I don't know. And I didn't change anything out here. The lighting's still exactly the same. But anyway, so I ran it across the chronograph. I did 2 shots with 10 pumps, and I had a 722 and a 718, so that gave me an average of 720, which is pretty darn good. That's a 7 grain Meisterkugeln. And then I did 5 pumps, and at 5 pumps I had 2 shots, 2 duplicate readings of 609. So that is really good from a gun like this. These are, I think they're rated for like 600, or maybe they're higher than that. I don't know. I don't remember exactly what they're rated for, but that is pretty good velocity from a gun like this. So, but let's go ahead. I want to just check we'll check the trigger pull, do a couple quick trigger pulls. Don't really need to pump it up to do the trigger pull on these ones. That won't affect the weight, so it isn't a terrible trigger, but it is a little heavy. 5 pounds, 14.9 ounces. It feels lighter than that, really. I was gonna guess 4.5. That one's 5 and 2.2 ounces. Let's do one more. And that one's 4 pounds, 15.3 ounces. So 5 pounds, 5.5 ounces, 5.4. Not bad. You know, these are, I haven't done anything to this trigger, and it's manageable. It's not gritty and creepy or anything, but it's just manageably heavy. I'm going to shoot it. We'll try a couple of different groups here. I'm going to go with the Meisterkugelns for starters, and we'll do 5 pumps, and then I'm going to actually switch over and try some heavier pellets in it. Got some of these old Crosman Ultra Magnums. Those are 10.5 grains. I am not bad. Still blowing a little bit of oil out the barrel from getting her all cleaned up and ready to roll. I do have one complaint with these. This has got the same loading port like a 2100 or the 1000 Classic or Legacy or whatever it is. Very difficult to get a pellet to go in reliably. Same hole. I have to get a little we'll scope on this guy and we'll see if we can stretch it out a little bit. But these are really nice guns. I've had a couple of these actually on loan to me. I actually did have another 766 that I owned. I had rebuilt it. It was pretty rough. I sold it, and the pellet fell in there backwards. So you get the pellet sitting on the shelf there, and you usually can get it to roll down into the not bad. Just hitting a little low. So now I've got pretty much this whole series. The 766 started it out, and then in '83 I believe they switched to the 2100, which I have one of those over there, and I actually have the 100-year anniversary Model 1000. So alrighty, so that's good. Let's try these Ultra Magnums. See how it likes those. And I actually do have another Legacy 1000 here right now that belongs to one of my coworkers. Brought it in for me to take a look at. Was wondering about the scope, whether the scope was any good on it, which it wasn't. And I hooked him up with a nice, I believe it's a CV Life. CV Life 3 to 9 by 40. Come on. Now, there it goes. Yep, these, the loading port on these, they're their downfall. Their Achilles heel, I guess you could say. If it had a nice open loading port, these things would be fantastic. Or even better, one of those little plastic 5-shot magazines like some of the 760 or 66s and 760s came with in later years. And that M4 as well. That is not bad shooting right there for me, for open sights. I'll take that. Do one more and then we'll wrap her up. Nice new addition to the collection. But there you go. That's really good. Really really happy with this new addition. Very, very clean. I may actually take this piece off and give it a little sanding and get some flat black spray paint and coat that back up. It really, the rest of it's in such good shape that I think it deserves to have that one little piece cleaned up. I don't understand why that one little piece would be all scuffed up and nothing else on the gun, but there you go. That is the Crosman 766. So this one was made, best I can tell, right around 1980. There was 3 different versions of these. This one is the tapered steel barrel housing. The first edition had a tapered plastic barrel housing, and then the last version had a straight barrel housing. Very similar to, let's see, very similar to, this is a Crosman, or a Remington Airmaster 77, which is just a Remington version of the Crosman Model 2100. And if you look, this one has a straight barrel. It's not tapered at all from one end to the other. So, but I do have a 2100 over there somewhere. Oh, there it is. So there's the 2100 right there. Also with a non-tapered barrel, but all pretty cool. I'm gonna do a head-to-head with a few of these down the road, but I thought you guys would really appreciate seeing the new 766 all by itself. And I think we'll get a little scope mounted up on here, and this thing's gonna be a shooting machine. Anyway, I hope you guys liked the video. Till next time, have a great day.